Okay, Alice, so 54 on the last paper too, which was a D. You got through this one really quickly on test day, so let's see if that's because you had a bad day or a really, really good day. Okay, I've mentioned this before. Your calculator doesn't give you the context, it doesn't realise you're working in decimal, pounds and pence, so it doesn't add that zero on for you, and that's something that you need to be careful of. Doesn't penalise it, but it is something that you need to be able to do. 5% discount, you're on a calculator allowed paper, you turn 5% into a decimal by writing 5 pence as if it was in pounds, and then you would multiply by that. So again, that is something that I would expect you to be able to do. Meters is correct, so is kilometers, so is kilograms. That is not metric. The metric is liters. So 3 marks there. I can see a method, that's within a range, 2 marks there, 9 for that first page. Lovely looking symmetry. Cylinder, pentagon, you'll get that mark even though you spelt it incorrectly. That's not a trapezium. A trapezium is a four-sided shape with 2 parallel sides. This is a triangular prism. Okay, so that's the shape that you need to learn what it looks like. So basically a Toblerone box is a triangular prism. That is a radius, that is a chord. Chord cuts the circle, a tangent touches. Okay, so think chord cuts, tangent touch. That's good. That one is correct. And that one is correct. A quarter isn't a quarter. How many times does 4 go into 100? 25. So that's 0.25. So you got the 2 that are correct, but because you've got 1 incorrect, you lose a mark. That one's right and that one's right. Good. So 8 for the page. That is 8, that is 11, that's 12 and 4. Good. Multiplying by 4, 75 minus 68 is wrong. When you replace a letter with a number in algebra, there's a times that happens there. So it's 6 times 8, not 68, which is 75 take away 48. So that's a really common mistake that it's important that you sort out. You mustn't get that sort of thing wrong. This isn't x to the power of 45. Think of what you're doing. If it's £2 a litre, then 2 litres would cost £4, 2 lots of 2. 3 litres would cost 3 lots of 2, £6. So what you're doing is multiplying by 45, not adding. Y minus 3 is correct, and that is 8, so that is good. 1 up there. Again, percentages here. Work out what 4% is, write it as 4 pence written as pounds, times the 1200, and that will give you your answer. 11 for the page. When you're finding a range, you have to calculate it. It's not enough to write it like that. You have to work out what that subtraction is. Again, I'm surprised that this is something that you can't remember how to do. To find the mean, you would add them all up and divide by however many there are, and the median, you would order them and find the middle value. Take a look how I go through that on the video clip. That's something, there are 6 marks there that you really need to be able to get. That's good. Take a look how I go through that on the video clip. Alright, total votes aren't for 149 when you add those up. So you have written that down wrongly. It's 51. And then what you would do is 69 over 149, or 150 as it should be, and then times it by 100 to turn it into a percentage. £2.58 is correct. That's good. So let's hope you can remember how to do that now that we've practiced it. 107 is the right answer. That is something that we will be spending time on, but it's worth you seeing if you can follow it through yourself on the video clip. 80 and 40 are correct, and there is no correlation, but you need to give a reason for your answer. So you must say, because there's no clear pattern, as one goes up the other doesn't also go up, or so on. So you're not going to get that mark. And your crosses are good, so you'll get the 2 marks for that and the 2 marks for that, but not the mark for the final answer. That's going to be 0.18 times that. 3.8 is correct. Good. And for this last question, all you have to do is to work out how many times bigger you have to multiply these values by to make that. So it's similar to a sort of recipe question. So 3 marks overall. Right, so what were we aiming to beat? 54 last time. Let's see how close you get. 9, 13, 21, 32, 36, 40, 44, 47, 51, 54. Exactly the same. So it's another D. You're still 7 marks away from scraping a C. Obviously we want you to smash a C, not scrape it, but there's plenty of things in there, in particular percentages that you got wrong, and that mean mode median question that you should be able to do in your sleep. So there's some easy things in there for you to put right, Alice.